Devon Conway, I guess we're down in Christchurch. First impressions, a bit fresh.
Yeah, certainly fresh. Compared to the mountain where we've just come from, it's probably arguably 10 degrees cooler than what it was. But we're just excited for a big week of cricket ahead for us.
Yeah, and what do the next couple of days look like for the guys in camp here in Christchurch?
Yeah, I think we're obviously going to get back to the drawing board, look at where we can improve from that previous test, and try and rectify that as quick as possible, and implement that into the next test, which is quite a big, crucial one for us as a unit.
Yeah, how do you deal? I mean, I don't imagine it's really changing everything, is it? I mean, it's been a successful team for a wee while now. Is it just about getting back to what you guys do well?
Yes, certainly. I think for us, it's about doing those basics really well again. Not trying to overcomplicate things. We know it's pretty much a must-win game for us. We know the surface really well here at Hagley, so we just got to go execute our skills as best as possible, and hopefully we come out with the right result this time.
Does the fact, like you mentioned, that it is sort of a must-win in terms of that World Test Championship and everything and the way it's structured, does that weigh on the players' minds, or does that play a factor in the planning and preparation, or is that just par for the course?
No, I think in Test cricket it's a long game, so we can't focus about the result straight away. We've just got to take each session, each ball as it comes, and like I say, just try and make sure we're executing the basics really well. And by doing that, we certainly back ourselves to have a better result this week.
Let's talk about Devon Conway personally. Runs in the first test, fantastic, but we get down to Christchurch, Hagley. Now you played here, obviously domestically, but your first test match at Hagley. How does that feel?
Yeah, very exciting time for me. I haven't played a test match at Hagley. Spoken to a couple of guys who've played quite a number of tests here, and they say it's a really great venue to play at. So I'm looking forward to it. What's gone is gone. So we've just got to look to continue improving and hopefully make a nice contribution in this test in Hagley over the next week.
And the surface itself at Hagley, I mean, you haven't seen it yet, but traditionally there are runs in it if you can get in. How does it excite you to sort of look as a batter in particular?
Yeah, I think one thing I do know about Hagley is what the boys have said in the past is that it's quite a green surface. It can offer a bit of assistance for the bowlers, but in saying that, I have played here domestically and it has been green in the past, but as you say, if you get yourself in, give yourself a good chance, you certainly can cash in as a batter. So just got to get through that tough period in the beginning and then try and capitalise as you get on throughout your innings.
And Dev, one of your middle order buddies, Ross Taylor, this is his last test match. Felt like it was his last one, but this is the last one, the final hurrah. What does that mean to play in such a historic moment for Ross? What's the team looking to do for him in particular? And a word on Ross.
Yeah, I think as a team we certainly want to change things around from the first test to try and send him off in a nice positive way. It's been a real honour to play alongside him, even though it's only been sort of 5 test matches for me personally, but just to be in and around Ross in that change room, it is an honour, and we're looking forward to really try and bounce back and send him off on a good note. So we're looking forward to this test, and we can't wait to share the field with Ross again.
And is that something that the team has discussed? Like, let's send Ross out on a good note?
Yeah, certainly we spoke about it as the game ended in the Mount last week. But we said we need to try and bounce back and send him off on a positive note and try and remind him as to what he's done throughout Test cricket and try and send him off on that note. So we're looking forward to bouncing back as a unit and certainly sending Ross off on a positive note.
And what have you learned about Bangladesh?
From Test 1, they came out, they've beaten us. So what have the boys learnt from Bangladesh, and what will we look to apply in the second test?
Yeah, one thing that's very evident is they very passionate group. They certainly did their basics really well. They were quite patient as a collective. With bat and ball, they stuck to simple plans. They tried to bore us as much as possible. And one thing we know is they're fighters, so we know it's not going to be an easy task. It's not going to be one of those where we're just guaranteed to win. So we're going to have to do our basics really well and put them under pressure from the get-go. So we're looking forward to the challenges that lie ahead.